Hello lads, let me whack that down a bit. 2 seconds and I'll switch the screen as well. As I've been doing, everyone's cup games on VFL as well. Ours was fucking shit. won't lie. 2-0 up, 82nd minute, ended up losing on pens, so that was a fun one. Let me whack this on and I'll get ready to do the cup draws as quickly as I can as well. Not done anything like this in fucking forever, so if this fucks up, my bad lads. But that should be everything set now. I'll quickly explain how I'm going to do it as well. So yeah, there's stream section. What I'll do is I'll quickly whack that down there as well. And we'll whack that off here. So here we are. We've got the groups here. Groups A to F we're going to have in this tournament here. And the top 4 third place teams, I believe it is, are going to go through as well. As obviously 2 teams from each team. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. To get that to 16, we need 4 more teams. So the top 4 third place teams will find themselves going through. I'll quickly explain how that's going to work. That will first go on points. After points, it will go on goal difference. After goal difference, it goes on goals for, then goals against, all depending on if there are any tied. And if, for any instance, that is completely tied between 2 teams or 3 teams, then what I'll do is I'll just do a golden goal between teams, and I'll see how that goes. And we'll get one game out of the way quickly just to make sure it all set. Highly doubt it will go to that. But anyway, all the teams are on this wheel here. As you can see, all 24 teams there. I'll count down here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, all 24 teams are there. L-O-G-Z Weezy. So what I'll do is I'll put team in Group A, then a team in Group B, C, D, E, F, and we'll just go back and repeat that. Pretty sure that's how Aaron does it for the Champions Leagues as well. So we'll start off. I'll quickly make sure it removes teams. Yep, and I'll remove that one there. And we'll get into the first draw here. This is fucking loud. But the first team is Nuck Stars Esports, so we'll whack them in Group A. So there is the first team out into Group A. They will be removed from the wheel. Then we'll go into Group B next. Will be the next team, and that is going to be Les. Fuck knows how you say that team name. We'll just call him Les. Les are going to be into Group B. Their Liverpool just won 5-3. Lovely stuff from them. So there is Group B done. How many people are in around? 18 people watching. Fair enough. We'll whack that next team out now. Humble G, solid side in Group C. Absolutely destroyed us at CastAway. They are in Group C. Total Football in Group D. There we are. And 2 seconds. Total Football in Group D there. And moving on, we've got E next, where we have, fuck knows how you pronounce that as well. I'm dyslexic. Stop with these shitty team names. We'll whack that in there. That's the wrong one. Alright, so the final group, Group F. The final team, the first team into Group F, and that'll be the first sets of teams done here. And then we'll start adding teams to groups, and that is Dispatched. Not too sure on. I don't know too much about some of these teams. Obviously, I know a decent about Humble G. We've played them. The rest of them, I don't know too much about personally. Up the Aztecs, Sam in there for Aztecs. So next game will be put into Group A here as well. So who is going to be joining Nuck in Group A? And it is going to be Sharp, I believe. Yep, Sharp join Nuck Stars Esports in Group A there. I believe Sharp may fancy themselves there. I'm not too sure. Don't know too much about Nuck Stars, to be completely honest there. Next team is Desire. They found themselves in this group with Les Ohms. I'm going to guess how that's said. So Desire will be in Group B. Moving on the team in Group C. Can we see Humble G? Could this be the Group of Death? Not Prodigy. It could end up being the Group of Death. A solid side in Not Prodigy there. CastAway themselves played them in our last tournament, and I won't lie, they absolutely dominated us. We managed to nick the win at the end of it. Sup Triv, how you doing? Sup Clarity RJ, how are you, man? Serene in there as well. We'll continue with this one. So next team goes in Group D here, and that is going to be Class. Could have another decent group on here, Class and Total Football so far in this group. Moving on next to Group E. Let's see who draws themselves into this way. And Group E is going to draw Superstars. Another team I do not know too much about myself. And finally, Group F, the second set of teams into these, is going to be Aztec there as well. So Aztec will be in with Dispatch. There we are. Aztec and Dispatched with each other there. Right, there we are. They're all the teams so far in these groups. Group A, B, C, D, E, and F. We'll move back up to Group A now. See who's joining Nook, Stars, and Sharp. Who will be joining them? It is going to be Serene. I'm pretty sure they'll be quite happy with that so far, I think. Yes, how the fuck do I spell Serene? Don't know if that's correct. S-E-R-E-N-E. Is it E? Yeah, we'll go with that. Fuck it. Serene in Group A. Who will be joining them, we'll find out when we go back around. But Group B now, this team. And Group B is going to be Rage, also known as Ultra. They've gone under a different name in this tournament here. Humble G and Not Prodigy, I'd say you want to avoid this group, but we're going to see CastAway getting themselves in it, probably. No, we're not, but we're going to see Wollongong in the group. That actually makes that group quite hard. W-L-L-O-N. Wollongong in that group as well. Looks like that could be a very tough group there as well. Group D, next, moving on. Sam Roberts, LOLO. Armour team in Group D. They look like they're going to be a solid side as well. It's going to be a tough group as well. Armour team, Total Football, and Class in one group. Looks like it's going to be a hard side. Could easily see the top third place teams already being in Group C and D. 100%. They could beat some very, very close groups there. Moving on, we've got Group E. Who will be joining them in Group E? And that's going to be Sublime making their way into Group E. There we are. And finally, Group F, who will be joining Aztecs and Dispatched. Let's see here. Aztecs and Dispatched going to be joined by CastAway. My team there. Happy days for them, lads. I mean, we'll take that group. I'm not playing in this one. It'll be the first time I haven't played with them. Valors will be taking the side. So it'll be nice to see how they do. Valors, just do not get us grouped since we've never been grouped, please. You're probably going to do that. But fuck you, Valors, if you do. Final teams now, then. We've obviously got... These are the groups so far. Group A, B, C, D, E, and F. I'd say the teams you want to avoid right now are Group C and Group D, in my opinion. But we've got some decent groups here. There should be... How many teams are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 teams left now. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 6 teams left on the wheel. Who is going to be in Group A? King's Thorn make their way into Group A as the final team. There we are. Moving it off into Group B. It's going to be Assertive now in Group B. And Group C, who will be joining this one. This could be a very, very tough group. Simply Play find their way into Group C. It's going to be a very tough group, that one. And Group D to be playing the likes of Class, Armour Team, and Total Football. Give that Humper Lumper and it could be a huge group. Oh, that's another one as well. Madness is another big team in that. That's going to be a mad group. That's a very tough group. Sup Triv, how you doing? Sup Tinish, how you doing, lads? Welcome, welcome. Final 2 teams left in it then are Humper Lumper and Mavericks, who will be joining Group E. Group E is going to be Mavericks. Will be joining there. And finally then, you've got the last team. It's going to be Humper Lumper. We'll let it spin out anyway. Yeah, there we are. Humper Lumper in the final group there with CastAway, Aztecs, and Dispatched. That is a solid, solid group. Yeah, so we've got some tough groups here, to be fair. Group Death, lads, in the chat. Let me know what group you think is a group of death. I'll quickly run through how it's going to work. Everyone's going to play each other once in the groups. Then 16 teams will go through. The top 2 from each group and the top 4 third-place teams will go through. So let's just say Armour Team finished 3rd in their group and had the most points out of everyone else. That'll be one team. It will go points, then goals for, goals against. No, sorry. Points, then goal difference, goals for, goals against, And if it's still equal after that, then we'll sort it out then. But I highly doubt that will be the case. If it is the case, it'll probably be a head-to-head on a quick golden goal, and first one to score will go through. But that is D by a mile. Yeah, Group D does look like it is going to be a very, very tough group, to be fair. That is a very, very unlucky draw. That the tournament's tomorrow, Triv, mate. The tournament is tomorrow, but that is the group draws. I'll go and whack everyone in their Discord. I'll give them all their tags for Discord as well. Good luck to everyone playing in it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in a bit.